These are the learning objectives for this chapter. Click Next to begin your learning.
Welcome to Professor Teaches Windows 8. Throughout this course, you will work with many features of Windows 8, including the Start screen, the desktop, and tools for navigating and managing your computer. In this chapter, you will learn how to start Windows 8 and learn the basics of working with the Start screen. You will learn about apps and charms, as well as the Windows Help System. You will also learn about user accounts and see the options for shutting down your computer. Windows 8 is an operating system. Operating systems provide a platform on which other applications or programs run. The purpose of an operating system is to manage the hardware installed in your computer, communicate with your network, and run your computer apps and programs. You can think of an operating system as the interface between you and your computer. Windows 8 is designed for home and business desktop computers, as well as laptops and tablet PCs. The first screen you see when you boot Windows 8 or when the machine powers into sleep mode is the lock screen. The lock screen interface includes the time and date and may display status notification badges for both running apps and system settings. You can customize the lock screen using the Personalize option in PC settings, available from the Charms bar. To bypass the lock screen, press any key on your keyboard, or on a touchscreen, swipe the screen up with your finger. When Windows is installed, usernames and passwords can be created for people who will use your computer. If your computer is set up with only one username and no password, you will be brought directly to the Start screen after you click the Login screen. For this course, 2 usernames with passwords have been entered for Sarah's work computer at home. Sarah is a fictional teacher who is developing an instructional science unit on space for her class. Windows 8 offers 2 login options. You can create a local account or use a Microsoft account. With the Microsoft account, you'll create a profile in the cloud that can be accessed from any Windows 8 machine. You'll be able to synchronize your Windows 8 data and personal settings, address book, Internet Explorer history, social media sites, instant messaging, and email. Each username is associated with a user account. For each user account, Windows stores personalized settings, such as desktop and start screen backgrounds, Internet Explorer favorites, and screensavers. When you log in using your account, the settings for your account will be used. Let's log in as Sarah. After you log in, the new Windows 8 Start screen is displayed. The Start screen displays tiles of installed apps and tools providing quick access to your apps and programs. Users familiar with previous versions of Windows may note the Start screen is a full-screen replacement for the program launching capabilities of the old Start menu. If you're using a Windows 8 tablet device or are equipped with a touchscreen monitor, you'll want to familiarize yourself with common touch-based gestures for navigating Windows. Most of these actions can be performed with a mouse and keyboard as well. An on-screen virtual keyboard is available for users without a physical keyboard, allowing for the input of text. There are several ways to display the keyboard. From the Start screen, you can type Keyboard or OSK, and then select the On-Screen Keyboard app from the apps list. The keyboard is also available from File Explorer, the Run dialog box, and a command prompt. You can perform a search from the Start screen just by typing in a keyword or app name. Windows will predict what you are searching for and display suggestions. You may not need to type a complete search word before the option you're looking for displays. Let's take a look. Good. Notice that the keyboard displays in desktop mode, which you'll learn more about later in the course. You can use the on-screen keyboard options to customize the way the keyboard works on your computer. The keyboard options include sound settings, such as turning the click sound on or off, the option to click or touch the keys, or just hover over the keys. You can also turn on the text prediction feature to have Windows predict what words you're typing and then provide you with buttons showing you the predictions. Then click the buttons to complete your word instead of typing the remaining characters individually. Close the options and keyboard now. To return to the Start screen, position the mouse pointer in the lower left corner or edge of the screen. You'll see a thumbnail that you can click to return to the Start screen. Another way to return to the Start screen is by pressing the Windows key on your keyboard. For the remainder of this course, you will learn about Windows 8 using a mouse and keyboard. At its core, the Start screen is a menu that presents live tiles in the Windows 8 style interface. Tiles are links to applications, programs, features, and tools on your computer. These tiles may be static or dynamic and update in real time. Though designed with touch in mind, you can also navigate the Start screen using your mouse and keyboard. To navigate the Start screen, you can swipe across the screen with a touchscreen monitor or device, or click the left or right arrows that display when the navigation bar is rolled over at the bottom of the screen. If you are not utilizing a touchscreen device, there are several ways to scroll through the Start screen's tiles and tile groups. You can use your mouse's scroll wheel, which will scroll the screen right and left rather than up and down. Or you can also position the mouse pointer at the bottom of the screen to display a scroll bar. Let's use the scroll bar now to view additional tiles on the Start screen. Good. You now see the additional tiles available on the Start screen. As you add more and more apps to your system, more tiles will be added horizontally to the Start screen. Ultimately, you can arrange the Start screen to your personal preferences, moving your favorite apps front and center, or including apps that help you perform your most common tasks. Later in the course, you'll explore personalizing the Start screen. Windows 8 includes a hidden universal toolbar called Charms, or the Charms bar. This opaque overlay displays on the right side of the screen when activated. Charms provide quick access to several commonly used features, including Search, Share, the Start screen, Devices, and Settings. The Charms bar can be accessed at any time from anywhere, regardless of the apps or program. When using the keyboard method, two pop-up boxes display on the screen. The box on the left displays the current date and time. Users running Windows 8 on a tablet may also see battery and connectivity strength displayed here. Along the right side of the screen, you'll see the Charms bar displayed, containing the 5 Charms buttons. Let's take a look at the function of each charm in more detail. Windows 8 provides powerful search tools to enable you to locate any app, file, setting, or feature matching specific criteria. You just need to know part of the file name, who created the file, or some other property of the file or folder, and Windows can find it for you. The Windows 8 search feature can be accessed from the Charms bar, allowing you to perform a search, or you can start typing on the Start screen and Windows 8 will return a list of apps that meet your search criteria. Windows now categorizes search into 3 primary categories: apps, settings, and Files. The search functionality can be either context-sensitive or global. Many apps can extend the search feature by adding its own unique search results. For example, you could search a video application using title, genre, or artist as well. When you search for files, Windows 8 will help narrow down your search by making suggestions based on your search input. When you see the file you're trying to locate displayed as a suggestion, you can simply click the file name from the suggestions list and then click the file on the left to open it. Windows filtered the list of suggested files to display only those files and folders related to space. You can also search for keywords online. To do so, you would need to sign in using your Microsoft account, then type the keywords in the search box. As you have seen on the Start screen, Windows 8 presents applications or apps as live tiles. Tiles replace the traditional icons you may be familiar with from previous versions of Windows. The app tiles have the look and feel of device apps, like you have on smartphones and tablets. Live tiles display information within the tiles, enabling users to open or run an app to retrieve information. If you're signed in using a Microsoft account, any tile for your social media apps, such as Facebook, will be live and display your specific information. You can also add other mail accounts, such as Google and Microsoft Exchange, to the Mail app. Let's take a look at an app now. Apps differ from traditional desktop applications in that they display in a full-screen environment. Notice there is no menu bar or taskbar displaying in the interface. To navigate, you can click and drag using the mouse. The Windows 8 interface is great for touchscreen monitors and devices, but the keyboard and mouse are essential tools for traditional desktop computers and laptops without touch support. If you're using a keyboard and mouse, in this chapter you learned about the basics of the Windows 8 operating system and how to start Windows. You explored the Start screen and then learned about charms. You learned about using search and apps and how to get help in Windows. Finally, you learned about changing user accounts and how to shut down your computer.